Hi, son. I just want to tell you I love you. I'm right here at the Shell, by your house, kind of, by the square. And I was just going to tell you that sometimes I'm going to make videos on here now just for my future and your future type things, but for present Jesus and past as far as his word and the things that are to come as far as, what I think or my beliefs as far as this world goes and how so far they've taken us away from Jesus and how their fillers of good and bad are just 1 minute thrillers. They're really just things that will get you in a zone of feeling good, but after sometimes you feel bad about those, and the bad, oh yeah, we'll let these things slide, or we're going to create these things to make people spend their money, or we could tax their money. It's all about money, and with Jesus it's all about love, and how his love and thrill and feel good is always forever. His all the things he gives you are so much more than what this world can provide if you really are fully devoted to understanding and feeling and giving your heart to him. They'll keep feeding you and to thinking you're these 1 minute thrillers are great, but sometimes you don't know whether you're bad or good or what happened. And whatever's in your heart, son, that's what it is. Whatever is in your heart is right. And to do wrong, like to hurt or do bad things, or things that make you do bad things, or bad things are consequences. There's consequences of good and bad, remember? And you always just got to remember that Jesus just wants to love, and there's going to be new things happening. And I don't know if I sense it or feel it or what exactly it's called, but things are not the same, and have to wear masks and stay inside, and that's going to be the new reality, son. There's going to be Chinese, US, and whoever else gets involved type war, and they're not going to throw bombs. Why? Because that'll destroy everybody's land and people, everybody. But they can create things that are going to affect certain people or kill certain people, that like a virus, and spread it. And as fast as this spreads, maybe the next one will be faster, or maybe this one won't go away and they'll keep spreading it, or it'll be some type of chemical. And that's why it's important to just get used to wearing our mask, staying inside. Fresh air could be something that we might not get one day for a while. Who knows? Jesus, though, will guide you and protect you and show you, this is that you feel this is what you should go do. And that first thought that comes to your heart, that first thought that came from your heart, and okay, I should do that. But then you start thinking and saying, oh no, but this and no, but that. If there's your first thought and it's all good, go, do, feel, So just remember that things are changing, and it's important you read too. I wanted to say that if you read, nobody could tell you what it's not. See, when you don't read and you don't know what's going on as far as your vocabulary, being educated in certain thing, a little of everything almost, meaning try to dab in every subject and like every subject, so that way, because reading, nobody could say, okay, you do it this way, you do it that way, and this is how it goes. And people that don't know are like, oh yeah, let's do it that way. That's the right way, because he seems like he knows what he's talking about. Excuse me. Anybody could sound confident, son. Anybody could sound like they know what they're talking about, but it's the ones that show you they know what you're talking about, not tell you. So it's just like that with yourself. If you read, you always will know what to do, whether it be whatever it may be. If you read, somebody can't tell you, oh, it's this way and this way. Well, I know, or videos, your YouTube videos, I seen it this way, so I read it, okay, and then nobody could tell me it's done this way. When I read the instructions, I read it, and the instructions said you do it this way. And so because I've seen it with my own eyes, and I read it and I understood it, I know now how to do it. I appreciate you trying to tell me, but that's not correct. Or don't even say it's not correct. It's just, you know, in your head it's not right. And when you'll come across a lot of those people in this world and the next and the one after that, your sons that are going to be in, your daughters, your family, that they're going to be they'll try to say, oh, you do this and that, and you'll have it set, you'll be all right, man, this and that, and this and that, this and that, all this and that. Unless you've seen it done with your own hands, they have a business which they have to show other businesses and the public how those things are done, and they're not closing down, or they don't suck. You read a rating that says this sucks, don't go, this and that. If there's a few of those, it probably sucks. If there's all good or maybe one or two bad, then that's because some people are just not happy with their outcome because of maybe what something else somebody told them, and they don't know how to correct in their mind, or have not known because they didn't read up on it or check up on it. So it's just like the Bible and Jesus, you know, unless somebody tells me this is wrong, somebody could tell me all day this is wrong, this is how you do this is how you do that, and I could say, cool, Jesus said this, Jesus said that, you got to do it this way, this and that. Until I read it myself, then I'm not gonna sit there and believe it. Not that I don't say it makes sense, but you know if it makes sense or not. But you want to know what scripture they're quoting and what their situation is as far as believing. You know, are you trying to get, you know, over on me, over on Jesus? Like, why are you talking to me like that and still trying to, you know, do this or that? It's like, okay, I don't want to hear, but you read it and then you believe it and then you understand it, and then you're like, okay, Jesus, thank you so much. I'm glad that you let me feel the understanding of that, you know, scripture. And I don't go on one scripture. It's the whole chapter, and you got to keep reading the whole book. But one chapter, so you could get the gist of why he's saying it, what he means. And when you do start reading the Bible, kids Bible, you got to read it slowly, not slow like let's say the word slow, like, oh, this and that. You read it slow, so that way you understand the wording. In a kid's Bible, it might be worded different, but in the real Bible, you got to, or not the real Bible, but the regular big Bible, when you read it, I read the whole chapter, and I also, some of the things that the way they spoke then were not the same way we speak now. And really, I feel like sometimes you're reading backwards, with like the ending meaning with the beginning, and the beginning is the ending. So, you know, there was a lot of things that I want to show you when it comes, but just know things are changing. Get used to wearing your mask, son. Get used to staying inside, even if it's not. It's you know, there's gonna be more of this virus. They say it's gonna be till winter and stuff. So I want you to pay attention in school. I want you to drink some fluids, eat your vitamin C every day, like an orange a day, okay? And Daddy loves you with all his heart. And don't let the things of the world, meaning going somewhere, buying a toy all the time, because that toy is like a thriller. It's the same thing. You love it for the first week, even a day. Sometimes I've seen you not like a toy or something, and that's like, oh, it's a waste of money. Where's that toy now? I bet your mom says that all the time, because Daddy remembers saying that too, and I will be saying it too for future, I think. But if you learn now that to not get too worked up over you getting one and upset because you didn't get one because it didn't go your way, and Daddy's looking for his keys that I always drop. Oh, there they are. I'll roll down these windows now. Alright, son, I gotta get a jump. Alright, love you. But don't let things get you upset that, you know, if you don't get to buy something or do something. It's not that big a deal. Be grateful for what you have and what you don't have.